met through mutual friends and got the love story from movies truly you used to binge. Bumping gems over my Bluetooth speaker, woozy with hand. He never knew the thing that wooed me was the truth in his lens. In my feelings, typing text, I'm too cool to send. Wasting time disguises, I'm too frugal to spend. Looking for the signs and the approval of friends. Trying to find the ways that I could group you with men I knew before and didn't pan out. Spent part of life without you, but I can't now. You out of town, but come and see about me when you land. Because I held it down while you were out being the man. Just trying to make you understand.
You take me far beyond what I want, ever dreamed or pray. You move me from dust to dawn. There's no patience free.
He hit my line, said he en route. I think it's genius how he knows to meet a need. My ego won't let me speak aloud. He knows we ain't got a fuss for me to wheeze and scream and shout. Commit to being out the box, cause couples need freedom, child. Exes reaching out, but we locking in. Each time we face our fear, we gain some confidence. Got on my teddy and I'm ready for that lock to spin. Counterclockwise so I can greet him as he's walking in. Cause I love the way his smile glows off his skin. That's the text messages I never thought to send till now. I got a Cabernet and matte red lip and pencil brow. It knocks me off my feet the way he keeps his 10 toes down. He got mine on 4C, and now I got the foresight to be his lighthouse in the form of Southern Soul and porch lights. I thought I wasn't your type, but found out I was your all. I'm trying to point the finger for my joy. I know it's your fault.
You take me far on what I want, ever dreamed or pray. You move me from dust to dawn. There's no patience free.
I think we got a situation. We figured out the benefit outweighs the risk we taking by choosing love. Pride's the thing that makes us list what we won't do for love. For fear of being made a fool when folks unscrupulous. Get in where you fit in, yet you know when to adjust. Now it's just the two of us. And we go against the world. It's sexy when you got someone who knows their sense of worth. So let me take your tie off while you grope my pencil skirt. I'll tell you what I want, although you know I'm introverted. Promise to work through the things we know we're insecure with. Psalm 139 reminds you that your temple's perfect. And Genesis reminds us all that we were meant to flourish. Complicated worries get condensed to simple verbiage. So I'ma give you everything. I feel the sense of urgency. You give me the courage, peace to walk wherever purpose leads.
You take me far on what I want, ever dreamed or pray. You move me from dust to dawn. There's no patience free. Settle, go the distance, and obey the sacrifice. Settle, take it past the limits, be like Christ. I let myself get used to settling for someone nice. Kind of kindly pay for dinner, hoping it's the lowest price. Took a slow developmental. Always go for what you want, but your way is gentle. You draw me to you patiently. God sent for me, divine, biblical proportion. King, not just a title, devotion, fortune. No more mental contortion. You're my blessing, my portion. You take me far beyond what I ever dreamed or prayed. You move me to dawn. There's no other patient free agape.
All right, boom, boom, boom. And we back. This is your boy, Enigma September. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. What you just heard was Agape, my girl C-Red, featuring Mariah, Meshae. Look here, man. That's child. That's the whole vibe for me. That's the whole vibe. That's the whole vibe. That's the whole vibe. All right. I don't have time to waste. I say, is that how you say it? Did I say it right? I don't know. No matter. Now, I know I made an announcement, several announcements online. It don't matter. You're going to get what you get today. So, because of whatever, had to make some adjustments. So, without further ado, we're going to start off the podcast with none other than my girl, Jasmin Leigh. Jasmin Leigh. Oh, I practiced it. I practiced that. I actually practiced that and still messed up her name. That's my fault. That's what was gonna happen. Anyway, got my girl Jasmin Leigh. We're gonna now, because of some schedule conflicts, we had to start it from the beginning and not the middle. I used to start in the middle. It's not the end. It goes to the end, the interview. But yeah. So we'll wait for her to come online. Until then, again, I told y'all, bro, that song is just a whole vibe, bro. It's a whole vibe. Like, C-Ray, you did that. I'm sorry. Like, it's really one of the things where it's just like, I don't know. Am I weird to have a song I want to die to? Like, I have a song like if I'm like on my deathbed, like somebody got to play that track. I need somebody to play that track for me, straight up. For real. Let me see. I'm trying to think what else. Before we get into it, yeah. So actually, way things set up. I got more C-Red stuff for y'all, so y'all will take. But anyway, without further ado, we got Jasmin Leigh in the building. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am doing great. Your friend tried to get me kind of saucy before I came on.
My friend? What friend?
My wife, Felicia.
Oh.
Fee was like, "Hey, baby, you want some of this drink? You want some of this Crown Apple?"
Oh no, Crown Apple is too sweet for me.
No, I'm a sugar baby. I am a sugar baby. So, yeah, it's right up my alley. But speaking of babies, I want to say this before we start the interview. September Libras are the best.
Oh, we are, for sure.
Just let it be known. September Libras are the best.
Yeah.
So,
and whoever doesn't think that is a hater.
They total haters. Complete haters. Y'all might as well get up out of here. Matter of fact, get your cash apps ready because it's on the popping. And they ain't one of the people that think because you posting a cash app, that means that you begging.
No.
Hey, you couldn't buy a card, send me the $5 straight up. Why not? So that's how I feel. But anyway, yeah, so your birthday's coming up. I believe if I did my research right, it's the 29th.
Oh, for sure. Points. My birthday is September 29th. I started celebrating September 1st because I'm at the end of the month, so I have to start my celebrations early.
Right.
So I kind of celebrate Virgo and Libra season.
Actually, I think don't we kind of got some Virgo tendencies? Do you ever?
In my chart, I definitely do have some Virgo.
Yeah.
In me, and this year I finally decided to just embrace it because I do have a lot of hate when Virgo season is here, but this year I've just embraced it. I really do love Virgos, and I have them inside of me. So, and my mom's a Virgo too. So.
Oh, so yeah, you definitely getting it dumped in there because whatever influence she put on you, like, it's definitely gonna seep. I'm on the other end because my dad is a Scorpio, so I'm getting it on the other end. So, shouts out to Coco. We see you, baby girl. I think my daughter had the same
car seat. Everyone
she was like that.
Everyone has it.
I think she had the same car seat. Yo, it's my baby in kindergarten now. and like she got like the booster suit now, and you kind of be like, oh man, I wish you could go back to when she was like in the little
with the harness.
reverse car
I'm
seat.
not ready
Yeah,
for her to go to a booster seat. She needs to just stay little.
right. No, trust me. I had my homies tell me that all the time. Like, man, you gotta take pictures because it come fast. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah, nah. Like now she's in kindergarten. I'm like, yo, what is baby I can hold in one hand? But yo, so for those who don't know, Jasmin Leigh is a Renaissance woman, CEO and owner of a production company. She's a comedian, a chef, an actress, and for all the hip hop heads, of course, she's co-host of People's Podcast with Talib Kweli. So first of all, how do you find the time? And being a mommy, a super mommy at that, how do you find the time?
You know what? I don't know. I feel like, what's okay. I feel like what prepared me was my partying days at FAMU, because I was able to learn how to multitask and be able to still hang out and get my work done. And I feel like with all of those late nights, it kind of set me up to not need as much sleep as other people. So now,
right.
I feel like, I feel like I still do the same things. I just added a baby in. So less drinking, but still like the same type of energy, because children need full club energy.
Right. I got a little bit for you right here. I'm gonna take a sip for you.
Oh yeah, take a sip for me, please, because I just got to this to this gymnastics class, and we were trying to figure out how we were gonna smuggle some champagne in there.
Oh man, no, I'm pretty sure it's needed, because
and then also I have like what I always say to everybody. I have like a great tribe, and because I have a great tribe, it allows me to do things. Because honestly, if I didn't have my friends in my circle, I wouldn't be able to do things. Like even when it came to, because we filmed from home right after the pandemic, and then coming over to sit with her in between feedings. So yeah, it's definitely a village plus FAMU partying, strict schedule.
No doubt. Shouts out to FAMU. What was your number one spot when you was clubbing here in
college? Damn, I'm gonna have to say the Moon, because the Moon was consistent. Like everything else, like the different clubs, they changed names. They stayed, people bought buildings and stuff like that. But the Moon is still there. So first and foremost, college night, Wednesday nights at the Moon for sure. And then after that, my favorite place was Top Flight, karaoke night.
That's out Top Flights, where the drinks are real. The drinks are super real. I even started drinking until I started going to Top Flight, and then like we get blasted.
Right.
In my 30s, which was bad, but
I found Top Flight earlier than that.
Yeah, I wasn't so lucky. I was not that lucky, and it was all bad. It was, but I had fun. So also too, I wanted to mention that you not only have roots in Tally, but you also represent Roosevelt, New York.
Yes.
And being that you are a comedian and being from Roosevelt, New York, that carries a lot of weight.
Oh, for sure. Eddie Murphy, one of the greats.
Right. So how, with that, maybe is that a chip on your shoulder, or is it just kind of like, you know what, I got my own flavor. That was 40, 50 something years ago. I'm doing me. They're gonna learn about me tonight. I got this.
I definitely don't feel like that. It worries me on a day-to-day. I think that I'm very proud of Roosevelt, New York. I'm proud of, the greats that came out of there. And I do rep them anytime that I can get. But I feel like I'm just going to be added on. So at whatever time it happens, I already know that I'm going to be, on the same scale as them one day. So, I'm just keeping my head down and working until I can do that. But no, I don't feel like it's a chip on my shoulder. And
Cool.
to be honest, I feel like a lot of my family members and friends I know from Roosevelt pretty much already think, I made it and I'm doing great things. So I don't even think that even if I did nothing else, like I've still made so many of them proud. So
Right.
I'm good either way.
And how do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal with like family that's like, hey, yo, you made it. You like, hold up. I'm like Andre right now. Every time
Well, no one really asked
you
me
go
for
for a
money,
beat.
so I don't have to worry about that. But I have started changing my definition of making it because I'm actively working in my dream. And even with my friends that I have that are not in entertainment and in front of the cameras, like my friends that I have that are actively working in their dreams, whether it's the CEO of a company or, an entrepreneur, I think they made it and I'm proud of them. So, you just have to kind of tweak your definition.
Right, right. Because I mean, you got a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but you got a few people from this area that are what I guess some people may consider making it. You know what I'm saying? You got Felicia's cousin, KJ. She doing her thing with
Yes, KJ.
sisters.
I mean, in my mind, KJ has made it. Like,
Right.
KJ set the blueprint. She set the blueprint, and she's on a show that's in its 5th season. Like, that's
Right.
things that actors want. Like, that's what you
Right.
strive for. And KJ is like in everything,
Right.
So, and I really love her career. So, number one, KJ is just the sweetest. Like, from the time I met her when I got out here, she's just been super sweet, super informative. If I had like a show to go to and I needed a dress or anything, like I hit her up and she, helped me out. And then like she did background acting too. And background acting is sometimes frowned upon by some people. So like I really love that she went that path and the path that her career is going in. It's like there's no real correct avenue to go down.
And if you can teach it ignorant like myself. So what is background acting?
Oh, so background acting is what I did for like 3 years, and pretty much people just assume it's regular acting. You just don't have lines. So like there's every scene needs background actors to push the scene forward. So like, you may have to act like you're in a party or run away from danger or take a sip of water. If you go back and look at your shows, I'm sure you'll see me in tons of them.
Like, yo, I saw eating the spaghetti in the restaurant before the terrorists jumped in. Like, yeah, I was
right.
Y'all saw me. But also too, you also have not just background acting, but also content creation, like internet content creation, such as again another person, FAMU Rattler, Woody McLean. He came from doing vines and doing those skits, and now he's Mr. Bobby Brown, I guess, over at BET. How do you balance between those two worlds? Where you got like big Hollywood and doing TV and film versus maybe doing smaller content stuff for YouTube and navigating between those two worlds, if you will.
I don't honestly feel like I navigate through the two worlds. I look at LA, Hollywood as like schools and classes. So like, you come in with your class and then you kind of graduate with your class. You're not really, and like, I feel like my class is, we're upperclassmen right now, but we still haven't fully gotten to that status, but we're on our way. So you don't really have to like dabble in between, because it's like you have your crew and you're gonna make it with the people that you started with, because as long as they're still doing it and they didn't drop out of school or drop out of LA, then it's inevitable that you're gonna make it. So it's just gonna be a different class. And then once we graduate, once you get to college or you graduate college, everybody's cool. So that's why I think of it as just like a school system.
Nice. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Because I don't know. I've never imagined, as much as I've done entertainment stuff for most of my adulthood, like I never really imagined, not Hollywood, not like cameras and how all that would work. So it's just interesting to know or to see that perspective as far as it being levels and this and that and how everything works. That's dope. That's super dope. And also too, I guess, shout out my man Dre Star. I see you, my boy, in the comments. How so I guess question of the day, how did you link up with Talib Kweli and get on the podcast?
I actually randomly met him at Jeff Ross's house, a comedian, and we were just chilling after the Comedy Store, and he was DJing, and yeah, so I saw him a couple of times, and then I was at the Comedy Store just talking, asking what he had going on, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to start a podcast. I'm looking for a woman co-host. Would you be interested?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And then some months passed, and then he hit me up, and he was like, "You ready to get to work?" And I'm like, "Let's do it." And 3 years later, the rest is history.
Dang, it's been 3 years already?
It's been 3 years. We started the podcast in May 2019.
Wow. Like, I remember catching on to it because I clearly I do podcasts. Been doing it for years now. So anytime, you know what I'm saying, there's new podcast, especially if it seems like it's something that's gonna pop off, I'm gonna check it out. And actually that's what it was. I was watching it one day and Fee was like, "I know her." I'm like, "Huh?" Like, "Yeah, we went to school together." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
She's it's a small world.
Very small world. Very small world. And matter of fact, I was trying to explain to Fee. I was like, "Yeah, she's Talib Kweli's Robin to his Howard Stern."
Oh, I hear that often. That often.
Granted, this is another question I got. So I'm a co-host or sidekick, if you will, to my man JC over at WV89 Underground Railroad, longest running college hip hop radio show in the country. I just want to know, we already got a connection because we're September Libras. Aaron from Charlie, shouts out to Records, shouts out to FAMU. So I want to know, how do you deal with being smarter than the host, JC? Like, how do you deal with it?
I do not feel I'm smarter than my host. I feel like he's number one, he has more life experience than me. So I think that there's always going to be things that I can learn from him. And I think that what makes it so great is that he recognizes that there's things that he can learn from me too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that was a shout out to my man JC. So Talib, if you just happen to watch, I don't expect you to see this, but if you happen,
he actually does randomly watch. He watches podcasts that I'm in all the time. He'll call me I watched such and such. So yeah, he does watch it.
Yo, I was just joking, my boy. I was joking on my guy. I want no problems. I want to be able to go to Brooklyn one day. I want to go to Bed-Stuy.
Hilarious.
All right, so I know you said I read your bio and information. You said you always want to be an actress. This is my question I had. Dre Star, don't laugh at me, my boy. Okay, so hip hop, people typically ask for your top 5, right? Top 5 rappers of all time. But since I know acting is your forte primarily, even though you're a Renaissance woman, I want to see if you can give me your top 5 actors or actresses right now. Yes, sir.
I feel like they change throughout, but Will Smith for sure.
Okay. Pre-slap or post-slap?
I'm not gonna throw him away because he did something wrong. Pause.
Hey, you.
I'm not gonna throw him away because he's slap somebody. It definitely matters what you did wrong.
Okay.
Because there's certain wrongs that I am not gonna be forgiven of. Kerry Washington.
Okay.
Absolutely love her. Viola Davis.
Yes.
I'm not giving an order. God damn it. Honestly, I'm gonna have to put Ellen Pompeo just because I've seen every single episode of Grey's Anatomy and I absolutely love the work that she's done. So like she's definitely one of my favorites. And
that's 4. I know what number 5 gotta be. Number 5 gotta be Gotta be
Not
this
Denzel.
person. Oh my god! Oh wow!
I mean, that's everybody's
Okay.
favorite, but that's not my generation.
Okay, my bad.
Hmm.
I was like, yo, it gotta be Denzel. She said, nope, Sight.
I can't think of my fifth one right now. There's a couple of people, but people that touch me. I love Zendaya.
Word.
Absolutely love watching her. And you know who I really like right now? I don't know his name, the dude that plays Lil Murder, because
guess what?
So many.
Yo, we have the same last name. I wonder if he kinfolk.
He has so many different layers that he's showcasing, and it's just amazing what he gets to do with that character. Like, it's great to watch.
Right. It's matter of fact, I think it's C. Alfonso Nicholson.
Yeah.
So I remember his last name because I got the same last name. I gave y'all my government. Screw y'all. But anyway.
And I do have to run out because I do apologize, everyone, but there was a scheduling conflict, and I am a mommy first.
No doubt.
So I have to.
Everything is fine. That was dope. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we can run it back anytime. Just let me know. And I got you. Thank you so much, Jasmin, for coming through. And that's it. Go Super Mommy. Shouts out.
Thank you so much.
Lee.
And hopefully I'll see you guys when I come out for homecoming.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. We gotta set that up.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Boom, boom, boom. And there we go, man. Shouts out to Jasmin Leigh, man. It's kind of funny, JC. I threw that joke out there. He's gonna text me something just random. Clearly, he's not watching. He's not paying attention. I just totally threw him under the bus. I may have destroyed any interview possibilities with Talib Kweli, but I think it was worth it. And even more so knowing that he's not even paying attention. He's gonna find out later. You guys make sure you let him know. Those in podcast land and in YouTube land and in Facebook land, let JC know that he needs to start watching the show live. So when I throw random jokes about him, he'll be able to catch it. Hey, yo, pause. Okay, anyway. Jason said he watching. Why are you sending me random texts if he watching? This man sending me random texts about the Queen. We'll get on that later. Anyway, I guess we can go on to the next track, man. I told you it was gonna be flipped. Actually, yeah, we gotta go to the next track because I got a very important video. This is a crazy episode, super crazy. I'm not gonna forget 182. I got an important video I got to show you guys when we come back. So, I'll meet y'all with another C Red, man. You know, another C Red. I love C Red. I miss C Red. That's what her and her husband. Next time y'all come to Tally, I need to holler at us. We need to do a double date. All right. Anyway, this is Forever Soundtrack featuring Shay, Buttah. This is C Red on the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby?
Always chose integrity over the cheddar. Dealt with some cobras, it's a death seat to hold a vendetta. I missed some closure that I thought I needed. RIP'd it. Deleted old texts that I used to stay up all night reading. Some folks we really hold in high regard, just all like seasons. Though I ain't perfect most of the time, it seems too far like Eden. Even when I know who I'm the image of. It's kind of wild to think the chick who lied on images, acting like she never did. Spent no time in jail for shit, and if she did, she made a belt just based on how the scales are tipped. Wow, life ain't fair, neither is favor. No, I'm breathing cause loved ones' needs interceded in prayer. It's layers and levels to fight the ways of the devil. Planting seeds of righteousness like a spade and a shovel. The world is yours, so you got the right to make it incredible. So find that joy that they like to take and don't let it go.
If forever is a soundtrack, I know it sounds something like this.
It's in the style, but I'm righteous. It's been a while, but I might just turn my music up, cause I'm trying to loosen up. I've been grinding, moving up. Now I'm finally choosing up. I got lessons to show from the steps that I chose. Wisdom over stress and entry lessons like gold. They kill our leaders cause they scared but weaponize hope. Compliment the kicks, but they don't want to step in my souls. I got checklists and alarm clocks that I set with my goals. Supernatural discernment when I sat with my foes. Yeah. So now I'm back on my toe. Front load of hustle means relaxing on the back end, I hope. Cause I've been grinding long as I've been making memories. Visualizing amenities for my mini B's. I missed the crib, but the only way I could win was lead. To chase my dreams and I double back when they've been achieved. Everything you gon' ever reap gon' begin to seeds. Only make promises I intend to keep. Peep, the world is yours and it's incredible. So find that door that they'd like to take and don't let it go. If forever a soundtrack, I know it sounds something like this. It's in a style, but I'm righteous. It's been a while, but I might just turn my music up, cause I'm trying to loosen up. I've been grinding, moving up. Now I'm finally choosing up.
Yes, sir. We back. This is your boy Enigma September. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast brought to you by Freedom Train Radio. And that was Forever's soundtrack. We're gonna see Red featuring Shay Buttah. Man, Mo Mackey, Duck. You already know what the vibes is, bro. Man, matter of fact, let me put this out here. Artists, if you're listening, please send me your music, bro, sis, because I will play C Red until the end of time. If y'all ain't send me nothing new, that's gonna be my default. Honestly, I was looking for some new music, but guess what? My inbox was quiet, and I'll interview enough of y'all for y'all to send me music randomly when it's popping off. Now, I got some new music on the flip side of this other interview that I got, but please know. Hold up, my man said. Oh yeah, Dre saw Mo Mackey, the master. My man Mo Mackey said vibes. Yeah, man, let me get into it. We're gonna get into, of course, the topic of the day, but I meant to run this. Yo, Mo Mackey, for real, man. I need y'all to send me stuff, bro. Send me things. Matter of fact, I think I still need to get y'all out. I don't think I got y'all album, to be honest. So, y'all may need to just send it to the email. I'm just saying. Anyway, but I ain't talking to y'all. Not talking to Umbravo. Not talking to Los Lauren. Y'all straight. But the rest of y'all, get your music to me, bro. Anyway, let me get to this interview. Very, very important. Now, those who you just checking in, I have to, I want to say apologize. Should have been here in the beginning anyway. But the interview with Jasmin Leigh has already been concluded because of scheduling conflict, but we got it together. Already got word that it was a pretty nice interview, a dope interview, fire interview, being humble. So you can run it back at the end of the show. It's whatever. But I do got another interview. Now we are in what's called a midterm, which is midterm of the president or the presidential cycle. Joe Biden. Who's your president right now? Midterm, and of course trying to get the votes out. Midterms still as important as general election time, and so I linked up with a Tallahassee legend in my eyes, Mr. Bob Rackliff, who was a county commissioner here in Tallahassee in Leon County for a number of years. I think from 98 to 2011. You're here in the interview. Anyway, I'm going to run this interview so you guys can understand how important it is, man, to get this vote out in this coming November. especially if you're in Florida. So y'all check this out. All right, boom, 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 and we're back. This is Enigma September, and you are now listening to the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. I have a special guest. I grew up in Tallahassee, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s. You may be looking at my guest and looking at his name like, that looks familiar, or something, or he looks familiar. And that would be because he was a city commissioner. Am I correct?
Leon County Commissioner.
Leon County Commissioner from 97 till 2010. So, yeah, if you were in Tallahassee, or if you was growing up in Tallahassee around that time, my guest will look very, very familiar. But without further ado, I have Mr. Bob Rackliff in the building. Nice to have you here, sir. I am definitely honored to have you on my podcast today.
Well, I'm honored to be on your program.
All right. So, Mr. Rackliff is here because if you guys haven't realized, as of late, I told you guys I'm really getting more to the political side of politics, or just elections, period, because I do think it's important, not only to the hip hop community, but just period. So I was out and about. I ran to Mr. Rackliff, and I recognized him again because I was a teenager in 1998. And yeah. And so I told him a story about how I was on a plane flight coming from Atlanta. This when I was an adult working my first job out of college. And the flight was a lot of turbulence on the flight. That's what happened. A lot of turbulence. And so I remember Mr. Rackliff was on the flight, and I remember thinking, God isn't going to kill a county commissioner on this flight.
It's the 11th commandment, I think.
Right. So it kind of calmed my nerves, and clearly here we are. I think that was maybe 15 years ago. So clearly God looked out for us. So that's up to God and county commissioners.
There we go.
Okay, but we're here today because Mr. Rackliff is he's part of an important organization. If you don't know, you should know. Right now, we are in what's called a midterm election, meaning that's midterm in the presidential election. But it doesn't mean that it's least important or less important, as we do have a governor's race. Because I don't want to say the gubernatorial. I said it right. There we go. Yep. Gubernatorial race that's ongoing here in Florida, as well as other runoff races in the local area here in Leon County, Tallahassee. So he's part of an organization called the Big Bend Voting Rights Project. And yeah, let's take it from there. So Mr. Rackliff, right, you want to tell the people about the organization.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm one of the founders of the Big Bend Voting Rights Project. We got started about 4 years ago, right after the 2018 election, which saw passage of Amendment 4 to restore the voting rights automatically for ex-felons. Immediately after that amendment passed and is now put in the Constitution, we noticed that a lot of the legislators and the governor were saying, well, there's all this confusion about how this is going to play out, and we have to go take it to the legislature and define exactly how to implement this. And it was clear to me and others that there was going to be a real effort to suppress the voting of ex-felons and others as well. So we started this organization to try to counter that. So we've been in operation almost 4 years, and in that time we have registered. We have done over 2,000 registrations.
Wow.
Wow. And it's a result of just going out, and every weekend we go out and we go door to door. Our strategy is to find hard to locate non-voters and get them registered. Well, there's no list for obvious reasons. So the only way we found to effectively do this is to target neighborhoods where there's a big difference between voting age adults and registered voters, and go on door to door. And we knock on every door, and we carry with us lists of registered voters. So if somebody says, "Yeah, I'm registered," we look on the list, and if they're on there, that's great, and we thank them for being registered. If they're not on the list and they are registered voters, we help them change their address. And doing changes of address is very important. But as I said, we make a special effort to find ex-felons and get them registered. Most of them don't really understand what their rights are. And under Amendment 4, as long as they weren't convicted of a murder, and that's first or second degree, or a felony sexual offense, and if they completed their sentence, they are eligible to vote automatically. It doesn't require anybody's permission. We can sign them up right then, and within a week or two, they'll get their voter card in the mail, and they'll be ready to vote. So that's our basic strategy. We also go after, are starting to go after more teenagers. If you're 16 or 17, you can pre-register, fill out the form, we hand it in, and on their 18th birthday, automatically they get their voter card in the mail. So it's a real boon, and I'm delighted that we've been able to expand the electorate in this way. We concentrate on minority neighborhoods because those are the most affected by these voter suppression laws. And then after the October 11th deadline for registration happens, we will go back and contact everybody we registered and encourage them to vote. So it's pretty simple stuff.
Right. Well, I want to reiterate that the deadline for the general election in 2022 is October 11th, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So those out there,
by then you can't vote.
Okay. Yep. So those out there, you haven't registered, go ahead. You missed the August election, that's fine. Go ahead and register to vote. We have information below where you can get in contact Mr. Rackliff and the Big Bend Voting Rights Project. So we can get you registered if you need any information. Also, too, I'm pretty sure you can go to leonvotes.org to also get information to register to vote. And also, too, I wanted to mention, had Terrence Barber, who was running for, I think, the County 1 seat for the Leon County Commission. And we spoke on, recidivism and felons and their, rights to vote and other rights. And that's always been a passion for me. Because I just simply don't understand why, if we want someone to re-enter into society and become a law-abiding and functional citizen, why would we stop them from doing the most basic stuff, or try to hinder them for doing the most basic stuff? So, so this is a cause that's dear to my heart. So I really appreciate your work, Mr. Rackliff.
Well, it's very dear to my heart too, because what most people understand is how uniquely punitive and mean our criminal justice system is. Once you get in there, and you spend time in prison. Number one, the prison conditions are just horrible, and then when you get out, if you have a felony record, there are dozens of occupations you can't take part in because they're things like barbering and nursing, and if you've got a felony record, you can't practice in that occupation. So you're relegated to poverty level wages. In many cases, you're barred from driving, having a driver's license. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And on top of that, to prevent people from voting is just shameful. And what we don't realize is that the original lifetime ban on voting for felons was part of the 1868 Constitution that was enacted by ex-slave owners in Florida before Reconstruction really took effect here. And their lifetime ban, that was a way to keep black people from voting, and it worked for generations, and it's still working.
So we gotta understand, those out there, especially black folks, understand that the suppression of your voting is because you have it has power. It holds weight. All right. So don't think that your vote doesn't count, and especially on a local level.
And if you need any convincing that your vote doesn't count, remember that the reason the Republicans are doing this is because they're scared to death. You're going to go out and vote.
Right.
They don't want you to vote because they're scared of you.
Right.
So,
exactly.
And by registering and voting, you are helping to overturn that system, and it's long overdue.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on with the program. But Mr. Rackliff, I thank you very much for giving your time and your effort to this cause and to come on the podcast. So again, anybody out there, if you're interested in helping out, you can contact them at www.bigbenvotingrights.org, or you can call 850-212-5663, or you can contact Mr. Rackliff directly at his email at bob.rackleff@gmail.com. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Rackliff.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. All right, we're going to keep it moving. So we're going to matter of fact, go ahead and go into the next track. So you guys hold on. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
Billy in the state finna kill shit. 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 Slide, we gon' ride. Slide, we gon' ride. Slide, we gon' ride. Slide, we gon' ride. Billy in the bitch finna kill shit. You ain't never dealt with no real. Coming through your neighborhood on some ills. 2 shots in your face, then I feel. Big black, you gon' feel this. Your girl in the place, that's an ill mix. Tell her that I need a real. She gon' ride, catch a field trip. We talk with gun violence and that's a shame. But you run up on me crazy, I grab and aim. I'm trying to make it for my lady, possibly a baby. Don't blame me the day that I have to spray. I got a whole life left for old guy. Yes, pull a 4-5 to enjoy my breath. I hold my steps and stand my ground. You don't wanna hear how this motherfucker sound. I got this Billy in this bitch finna kill shit. 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 Billy in this bitch finna kill shit.
All right, boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. Podcast looking crazy right now. Looking crazy. I'm doing too much. I'm doing way too much right now. Anyway, what you just heard, my man Umbravo with Milli. I had to get y'all the clean version. I didn't feel right, man. My bad, Umbravo. I didn't feel right. I couldn't come with the dirty joint right after talking to interview with Mr. Bob Rackliff. Shouts out to Mr. Bob Rackliff, though. I was actually supposed to run that interview last week, but of course it didn't have an episode last week, so I had to run it this week. So there you have it. there you have it. But I do think the information is important, so I hope you guys get on top of that. Hey yo, and again, speaking of being on top of it, again, I was in Umbravo with Milli. He got a new joint about to come out. You know what I mean? So be prepared for that. Pretty sure he's going to be on the podcast once he's ready to drop that project. My man Dre Star said, great interview. Love to see a brother get politically involved with issues that affect us. You're a tremendous asset to the community and causes. Thank you, my boy. I appreciate that. You gotta understand, man. I got a degree in journalism. Tan up stuff. Wow, have mercy. I got a degree in journalism, but I got a minor in business administration, but I really was about to switch over to political science. Like I was like this far away from switching my major, but I didn't want to do it a third time. So I've been a second time. So I was like, I'm gonna stick with the journalism joint. But yeah, man. So I appreciate those words. Man, let's get into it. Speaking of Umbravo, I want to give my heart and condolences to his wife. And those who don't know, Umbravo's wife, Kiana, we actually share cousins. We're not cousins per se. I mean, she's my cousin. Get all that. But we share cousins. And unfortunately, I believe either today or yesterday, they lost their grandmother, Miss Mother Westbury. So want to give rest in peace to her and peace and blessings to the Westbury and the Morris family. And our hearts and prayers go to you all. Their family is very close to my mom's side of the family. And so, yeah, man, see them hurt like that hurts me. So I want to give out those, put that out there. It's awkward. That was a nervous laugh. It's really weird too, because speaking of grandparents, yesterday was my grandmother's birthday, my mom's mom. She would have been 89 yesterday, but she passed away super early. I think, 39 years ago? Yeah, 39. Wow. At the age of 50. So shouts out to my maternal grandmother. And also today marks the 15th anniversary of the passing of my dad's dad, Mr. Wisdom Nicholson. I gave y'all my government earlier this episode, so you got it now. Anyway, and man, that was a hard day, man. It was a hard day. One thing I remember is just seeing my dad cry, like really cry, and I hadn't seen that since I was a kid, so it was really tough. It's really just tough to see someone who has been like a rock in your life just crumble, understandably so. And so, yeah, man. So, yo, shouts out to my grandparents, man. Countess Morris, Wisdom Nicholson. Also, I'll give you all my little secret password identifications. Althea Nicholson and JT Anthony. I didn't know him like that, but anywho, we're gonna keep the death talk going. Also, too, man, rest in peace to David Arnold, man. David Arnold passed away past Thursday. Again, very tender young age, not tender, I ain't gonna do that. Very young age of 54. But I can only say budding comedian. He was already on the come up. He was a showrunner of one of my daughter's favorite shows, That Girl Lele. And he also I guess was a showrunner, was a writer for Fuller House. And I remember I found him on TikTok maybe like a year and a half ago. And oh, this guy is funny. And I looked him up and I seen he had already had specials. I'm like, yo, watch it. You guys give this man a blue check already. Like, he famous. And and eventually he did get his blue check. And apparently, man, just died in his sleep. Natural causes at 54. So, man, RIP to that man, and peace and blessings to his family. I know he had 2 little girls. And like I said, just for me, in particular, I just know my daughter was a big fan of that girl, Leigh. Matter of fact, I think we just bought her that girl Leigh pillow fee or a comforter or one of them things. That and LOL dolls. Don't let the gray hair fool you. I'm a father of a 5-year-old. Well, anywho, yeah, man. Rest in peace to David Arnold. And of course, the topic of the day is the senseless murder of another young rapper, PnB Rock. Story is he was in, I guess, Roscoe's Chicken. This is why I need JC. JC know about LA. He was in the Roscoe's Chicken, apparently in South Central LA, and got ran up on, man. And they smoked my boy, apparently over some jewelry. And of course, the internet has been ablaze with the this is again another senseless murder, conjuring up feelings regarding Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, and even my favorite rapper, Biggie Smalls. And this how it's dangerous, especially lately. How dangerous it's been for rappers out here in these streets. Now, there also has been some, shouts out my man, my bro, my little bro, Reggie. Man said 1, 2, 3. It's kind of dangerous to be an MCE. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I don't even know if it's necessarily MC, but definitely, if you're a rapper in these streets, and I understand that the streets have, for the longest time, played a part in the culture of hip hop, but I don't know if it's necessarily social media that makes it seem like it just really sped up. I mean, don't get it twisted. There was people that was getting popped, of course, back in the day. Again, Biggie, Pop, Freaky Child of the Lost Boys, some other man, Big L, and the like. There was some other people that probably, and that's the thing about it too, because of social media, there's probably a lot of rappers that back in the day we probably wouldn't be privy to that we are now. Even with the news of PnB Rock, Fee hit me up, was like, this rapper got shot. I was like, he got shot? Yeah, right. Now look, I was like, oh no, he dead. And I saw the video of him on the floor. I saw that. I was like, oh, this real. And she was like, who was that? And I was like, you probably wouldn't know him, but she looked up one of his songs. She was like, oh, I know this song. So, in the 90s, we was more regional. They had a much reach, but I knew PnB Rock. I knew he was. I mean, he wasn't as famous as like the Kendricks or the J. Coles or the Drakes, of course, but I knew he was notable. That the average listener, like Fee, probably would know who he was. But I will say this, man. I put my foot down on this one. Like, I know a lot of people have been blaming or pointing the finger to his girl, his lady, supposedly his baby mama. I'm not sure, because apparently, moments before everything happened, she was on either IG. I think she was on IG, not Snapchat. I think she was on IG, and she posted a location where they were at, and that supposedly gave the goons the up on where to find them. But regardless, that's victim blaming. That's literally victim blaming. Like, she is hurt. She got to be hurt. You know, maybe even physically. You don't know, something may have jumped off, bullet may have ricocheted, whatever. But she's hurt. And for people to sit here and say that she's to blame, or I've even seen comments of people saying that that it was set up. Like, bro, like, y'all doing too much, man. Y'all doing too much. And like Cardi B said, the only thing people should be doing is sending positive vibes, prayers, and condolences. You know, stop trying to be detectives. Let LA do that. And they trash at doing that because they still haven't found Biggie murderer. So, but let them do that. Let LAPD do that. That's not for you, Mr. Internet Sleuth. Miss Internet Sleuth. Stop that. That lady hurting right now, man. She's lost possibly the love of her life. I don't know them like that, but maybe just got took out. Y'all sitting there, oh, she should have known better. Maybe she should have, but that don't mean, like, the problem isn't that she should have known better. The problem is that she should have known better. That's the problem. She shouldn't have to know better. She should be able to just say, hey, look, I'm here, and not worry about some idiots pulling up and murdering somebody you ain't got no beef with. You hungry for some clout. It got to be that, because that jewelry ain't gonna get you nowhere. What you gonna do? Go online and say, I got it? Whoop-de-doo. Some kids done lost their father. Some father done lost their kid because of a chain that anybody gonna care about a year from now. So, yeah, just, man, stop that, man. Stop that. It's too much tragedy in this world to be trying to dump stuff on people like that, honestly. And the dude was a dope artist, man. I ain't gonna front. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan to even sit here and act like I was following dude like that. Probably should have been, honestly. Because I went back, listened to his joints, and I was like, oh, shoot. Like, he was all right. He was all right. He was kind of straight. You know what I mean? He wasn't no lyrical bar rapper. If he was, y'all let me know. But the joints I heard, man, like, if you like the likes of, you know, clearly Drake or, you know, Future, Roddy Ricch, all them cats. I know he even had an interview with the other fat boy. I did that. He said he went to the hood with Roddy Ricch. And yeah, so if you like them vibes, man, he was doing that. And it kind of sucks because, again, back to Biggie. You nobody till somebody kills you. And them streams gonna ride. Them streams gonna ride. And we can only hope that money you know, going to the right hands. You know, his kids will be, you know, all right. You know, it felt kind of good seeing Tatiana, and CJ celebrating their dad's 50th birthday, and they all right. They got money. They're taken care of, you know. Probably deserve more money, Puffy, but they good. You know what I'm saying? But don't nothing replace your parent, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, kids gonna grow up without their pops because somebody was greedy. Somebody just wanted clout. So we gotta chill with this celebrity worship, man. You know what I mean? Stop trying to be famous for nothing. You know, leave that to my guests. Leave that to Jasmin Leigh. Let Jasmin Leigh be famous. The rest of y'all idiots, man, just go find a job and chill, bro. I know it's wolves out here, but still. Anyway, that's my piece, man. Yo, I don't know what's happening next week. Actually, I think I do. I think we're gonna re-up what was supposed to happen last week. So y'all stay tuned for that. No, before I get up out of here, hold up, man. Hold up. First of all, I be forgetting to do this, my boy. Be forgetting to do this. First of all, throw this out here. Y'all see that? Phenomenal cooking experience, still wide open. Not that way. I'll beat your ass. Still wide open. You know what I'm saying? I think for October. October open? I don't know. She got some things October. I better catch up. But the phenomenal cooking experience, still doing a thing. Shout out to my wife Fee. So if you're interested in Tallahassee area, you know what I'm saying, catering gig, private dinner, things of that sort, get at your boy. You gotta come through me, my boy, because I don't trust y'all. Oh, get the text. Hold up. Yo, November. October sold up. My bad. Hold up. October sold up, my boy. So if you want to get in when you fit in for November, don't try to get in for Thanksgiving. She hours that week. But if you got any private dinners or catering gigs you want to get off in November, my wife is available. Hey, yo. So y'all make sure to check, you know what I'm saying, hit her up, you know what I'm saying, at the Phenomenal Cooking Experience on Facebook and on Phenom 850 on Instagram. And also your boy got the $42 30-minute session, 30-minute photo sessions throughout the month of September. Locations may vary, but it got to be in Tallahassee area and be something reasonable. Just holla at Cho Boy on IG, Enigma Sept, or on Facebook, facebook.com/Enigma Sept, or facebook.com/photos by Enigma Sept, and on IG, my bad, IG at photos by Enigma Sept. I'm tripping. And speaking of photos, man, shout out my man James West Jr., man. I got this picture is so fly. Let me give y'all a quick story. I know those are podcast land. Y'all can't see the pictures. Just go to the video. I'll go to my IG. Man, so quick story. We're taking these shots for my man for his 13th birthday. 30th, long ways from here. Anyway, 13th birthday. And we're taking shots over at Hotel Indigo. And so Fee is like, yo, no, actually, little man James was like, yo, can you take some shots outside? I'm like, sure. So we're taking shots outside or whatever. Buddy pull up with the Porsche. My wife, being the Gemini she is, was like, yo, can we take shots with your car? And the dude, I'm sorry, guy, if you ever watching this podcast, I forgot your name. I want to say it was like Mike or Matthew or something of that sort. Super cool. My man's was super cool. He was like, yo, let's do this. Let's get these shots off. And boom, there you have it, man. The Nike's fresh. My man had a nice suit, you know what I'm saying? Straight from, I think, Nick something. I forgot the name of the suit. I know it's downtown Tallahassee. And yeah, man, I got the black Porsche, and it was fly. It was super fly, man. It's a super fly shot. So happy birthday, my man James West. And he family. That's family. And this is a cool shot down there in College Town. But this is what your boy doing. Just letting you know. This is what your boy doing. All right? I'm out here. I'm really doing this. Get at me. Candy 90D. Hey, yo. Let me get up out of here, man. I love you guys. Abe, I see you, man. I'm going to be like you one day. Get my neck back. My man Abe, my cousin Abe lost a ton of weight, man. Got me inspired. I'm proud of you, my boy. I love that. Believe that. Also, too, man, Raven October, I see you. He lost his grandma last week, man. I know that hurt knowing him. So, RIP to his moms, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to him, my Uncle Willie. So, yeah, man. I love you guys. See you guys next week. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.